What's up, everyone? It's me, Bobby G, and I'm back for the next episode of me going through Contraption Maker. And if you saw the last episode, things got changed up a little bit. We're categorizing the puzzles into different categories now, and we're in the I Like a Challenge section. And as we know, that I believe most of the ones we've completed are already marked for us, and the next one that I believe is a new one that we have to go for is paper preparation. So let's just get right to it. Light the paper balloon and fly it off the top of the screen. Okay, sounds easy enough, but don't they always, ladies and gentlemen? Let's see here now. There, of course, is the paper lantern, I'm guessing. Lots going on here. Nice little background. I do like it, but you know what I always like to do is hit the play button and see what we're working with here. And looks like we have a couple things going. I think I hear a dripping bucket, which is probably right here. And of course a green laser, which is, well, not powering the blue laser, obviously because it's not blue. So, okay. Well, what does that do for us necessarily? I'm not even sure. Oh my goodness, there's a lot going on here. There's an awful lot going on here. Okay, well, first things first, blue laser is gonna have to do something somewhere, but I'm not sure what yet, so let's hold off on that. Let's just kind of get a couple things going. Obviously this hamster wheel's probably gonna get that conveyor belt going in due time. There's probably what? That's a good question. Okay, wow, there's a lot going on. I'm trying to just wrap my head around everything. Of course, we can put the rope onto the lighter that will probably eventually light the lantern. Alright, okay. Probably going to have something along these lines here. This magnifying glass is probably going to have to get the dynamite lid at some point. Let's see, does this... Okay. Well, I didn't realize that rope would already kind of make that lighter go, but that's good news in a sense, because that means, of course, that we're eventually going to have to cut this rope. I'm thinking this bowling ball is eventually going to fall down here and do the dirty work for us, so that's not so bad. Getting a couple things in place here. Okay, well, even though this is a dripping bucket, there's already a pair of scissors, kind of positioned right there, ready for us to kind of give this rope a cut. So why don't we use this baseball to do it and see what happens? Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright, well, a couple things took place there. Some of it's starting to make some sense, although I'm not 100% sure how much sense it makes just yet. So why don't we do a couple things here? We need to probably have this cannonball go the other direction. So why don't we just do that right away? Not sure what this is going to be for just yet. Let's see if we can get that cannonball to go the other direction, and we can. Okay. Well, that didn't really do a whole lot for us, did it? It did a little bit. It got that blue laser to move for just a moment, but I'm not 100% sure how that's going to help us in the near future. So, alright, something like this is most likely going to be what lights that piece of dynamite here. Can we get it? Yeah, I think we can. Just perfect. So let's just see what we got going on from here. This blue laser is kind of not... It kind of doesn't get triggered enough, if that makes any sense. So how exactly are we going to get this to kind of be out of the way a little longer, if that makes any sense? I'm not too sure just yet. Why don't we run it one more time, just kind of see what the heck all is going to happen here. Yeah, that bowling ball only gets kind of nudged for just a moment. It only gets nudged for just a moment, and we're kind of out of... well, hold on. Well, no, there's no other place to put any conveyor belt on this conveyor, so I guess we're kind of stuck with this blue laser. But what color is this? This is a... Well, this is a blue laser also, isn't it? So, alright. So is it one of those strange things where this is going to power itself? I don't know, let's see. Let's just take a quick look here. This is going to eventually... Okay. You gotta love those situations where the laser gets a little taste of its own medicine and then it can continually power itself. Almost like a free energy situation. Now let's see, can we get... Okay, I guess we can get something like this going. But that doesn't necessarily solve how this is going to get started in the first place. Or does it? No, I don't think it does. But why don't we just see what happens? I'm a little confused how this generator is going to get started in the first place. So let's see. Still nothing, still nothing. Yeah, not really a whole lot going on there. So what exactly can be done? What exactly can be done to help out our little situation here? This is like a bit of a recursive scenario where this generator has to begin in order for this to start, but, well, how's it going to start in the first place? That's what I don't quite understand just yet. How's it going to start in the first place? Can we get this off of here? Why don't we just get rid of that for just a moment? Well, okay, hold on now. There's one thing that obviously can... Now, what will happen if this just... I think this conveyor will actually not... Okay, well, it will run, actually. Alright, well, there's something not quite right, I think, with these gears. I think there's something not quite right with these gears, unless this conveyor belt can run with all three things hooked up to it, which I kind of doubt. Okay. Alright. Well, it actually worked. Alright, I think we're just about done now. And there goes the paper lantern off the top of the screen. So, okay, paper preparations it is. That was not so bad. I'm still not sure what this red laser had to do with anything, or the pulley. But hey, we got it one way or another, didn't we? So, I'll take it. That was a pretty good one. Let's go on to the next one. Kitty captive. Okay. Trap Waldo underneath the bird cage. Oh, goodness gracious, look at this contraption. Well, wow, there's a lot going on here. Okay, well, here is the cat. He's probably going to go... has to get over this way at some point. Okay. But, oh my goodness gracious, let's see what happens. Well, not a whole lot. I'm not necessarily sure if we want that to explode or not. As you can see, where is this cat going to get trapped underneath the bird cage if there's no platform for him to land on? So already I kind of think that we need to prevent this this whole thing from happening. But let's see. Not sure what exactly. There's no other... Okay. Maybe the gun's going to have something to do with it. Not sure just yet. Not sure just yet. In fact, actually, let's get rid of this for just a second. There's a lot of corner pipes here. And I think maybe this corner pipe's going to have something to do with it. Let's see if we can get a little something going here. And I say that because we're going to need some way to get this basketball started. I'm not sure how just yet. Let's see. We can get maybe one more... We can get one more corner piece, but now this thing's all kind of messed up. It's not quite in the right position. Still not quite right. But I think we're kind of probably stuck with how we have it. Don't know how this is going to go. Let's just see. Nah. Nothing's going to happen. That's what. Okay. So, idea number one. Not sure if it's quite right just yet. But let's not get too worried about it. Okay, hold on. I have another idea involving this very same concept, but we're going to use maybe a little bit of a less amount of pipes here, I think. Or maybe we'll use the same amount. I'm not sure just yet. Like I mentioned, we're going to need some way to get this this basketball started, so I don't know. No, that really didn't do a whole lot, did it? That didn't really do much at all. Nope, and it still ended up blowing up the birdcage area, so hold on. Nah, this didn't really do a whole lot. Okay, well that's a little better. Let's see if it'll... Okay, maybe third time's a charm. Hold on. Yep, almost. Maybe fourth time. Nope. Oh, I feel like it's almost there. I'm not even sure if this is what we should be trying to do, though. No, I don't think this is going to end up working too well. So, alright, let's reset. Huh, this is a bit of a head scratcher right off the bat here, folks. Right off the bat. Not entirely sure what the scenario is. I'm really not sure, actually. Okay. Well, this category is entitled I Like a Challenge, and I won't deny that, but oh, goodness gracious, this one is pretty darn tough so far. I really don't even know where to begin. So why don't we go back to maybe our original idea here. I feel as if we really don't want this thing to explode. So what is that going to do for us? Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot at all, actually. So, alright, why is this so difficult at the moment? Why am I having such a tough time trying to figure out where to even begin? This one is very, very tough. My goodness, I'm at a loss to what I'm even supposed to be trying to do here. Now there's not even that many pieces. Maybe we can utilize... What did I try just a second ago? Hold on now, let's see. Something's not really quite right there, I don't think. Although I can't be sure. What is going to happen if we do something like that? Okay. Well, not much, I guess. Not a whole lot. Hold on now. Let's just see. Let's try this one more time, because I really do feel like this is kind of half the point here. I mean, we have all these pipes set up just perfectly. What else would be the reason to have them here? There we go, finally. But that, there's a whole lot of other stuff that's supposed to happen way before that. Because this bird cage falling is supposedly the very last thing that's supposed to happen. Oh my goodness gracious, okay. So, let's see. Okay, let's see. Huh. I am still at quite the loss. There's not much to do really with this ray gun and that balloon. Wondering, is there something to be said about shooting this paper lantern? Now that could be part of what we're trying to accomplish here. I'm not 100% sure. Do we have any rope pulleys? We do not. We do not have any rope pulleys, so that is very interesting. You'd think at least we would have one of those, because this falling teeter-totter is not nearly enough to get that going. So, wow, wow, wow. This is something else, I will admit. This is something else. Let's just get a couple of these belts maybe situated. Just out of sheer... I don't even know. Out of sheer... I have no idea. Okay, let's just take a step back here and think about this for a second. How is this supposed to fall? Is there anything that would get that to fall? Not really. There's not really a whole lot that would make that fall. And by exploding that area there, that's not helping anybody at all. That's not helping anybody by not... If this cat eventually does get over here, he's not going to have any room to actually fall down. So, okay, hold on just a moment now. Why is this so perplexing? I am at a complete loss here. I'm at a complete loss. I'm looking and I'm searching and I'm looking and as best I can, and I really am not sure. See, I don't understand why we would want... Let's just check the trap Waldo underneath the bird cage. Alright, well, if we blow this up, certainly he's not going to have anywhere to get trapped. And there's all these things here that we will allow this to explode, but we don't want to trigger any of them. I'm fairly certain that we don't want to trigger any of them. So what if we get maybe something like this going one more time, but instead of having it go towards the basketball, why don't we try to get it to go towards this little thing here and see how far that gets us. Okay, so that will at least get this conveyor belt moving, but I don't know what that's going to do for us just yet either. Not sure what that's going to do for us just yet. What can be plugged in here? Anything. There's obviously one thing that can get plugged in, and that of course is, well, there's more than one thing that can get plugged in. There's more than one thing. I don't know. I'm kind of just hooking up some random kind of, just kind of hooking up random. But shouldn't be random though, should it? Really should not be so random. I should certainly be able to get something going here. Okay, here is a pull light. That, of course, will get hooked up to a rope to some extent. Don't see what that's going to do for us just yet. I don't think that's going to light anything. But we have a magnifying glass. Okay, so the magnifying glass more than likely is going to have to be responsible for getting something like that going. So, okay. Alright, this is quite the situation. I am, all notions of me making a video about this are kind of going out the window. You know, maybe we don't really need this hooked up to... What if something like this? Hold on now. No. Nope. Let's put this back for just a second. We need this darn light to get triggered. We need this darn light to get triggered. And this is a mess of a puzzle. Look at all this stuff going on here. This is a mess of a puzzle. And I'm just about out of ideas here. I feel like we're just about there. And the only thing we need to do if we could just get this light situation figured out, we would be so much better off. And even all of that did not hit that light. And the light's going to block the cat anyway. The light is going to block that cat anyway. So, what is all this commotion here? This is something else. Alright, so we don't need the rope pulley for the laser. We've proven that just now. So that's good. But we still need this light to get triggered one way or another. That is the thing that is hurting us the most right now. That is the thing. I wonder if this soccer ball will help us. Finally! Okay. There we go. The cat's out of the way, and Perfect. Oh my goodness gracious, ladies and gentlemen. That was one of the most difficult puzzles I think I have come across. And I just noticed there's an official solution button. Huh. I wonder how it measures up to what I've just done here, because, oh my gosh, let's take a second look at this. Soccer ball gets pushed out of the way of this dynamite, loops around, hits this switch that not only hits this teeter-totter, which turns the light on, but it also hits the scissors, which lets this free to hit this pool cue, which makes the bucket go and hit the hamster, which starts this whole chain of events to get this dripping bucket thrown off the left side to trigger the laser. Meanwhile, the light 2 steps ago has been turned on, and this is going to float out of the way. So when this finally drops, this is going to pull the twig out. The cat, thanks to these gears, is going to fly over to the right-hand side. Oh my goodness gracious, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just take a look at that one more time and marvel at the difficulty we have just overcome. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. I'm tempted to hit the official solution button, but I'm not sure what it's going to do yet. I don't know if it'll take me to another website or what. But goodness gracious, these new puzzles have been so difficult. I'm just going to hit more puzzles to stop that that laser sound. These new puzzles have been so difficult that we're only fitting about 2 puzzles per video at this point, but that's okay. Goodness gracious, we got through paper preparations and kitty captive, and wow, well, it's about darn time. I'm looking at my clock here. This has been going for 40 minutes, so hopefully I'll trim it way, way down for you guys. But either way, I hope you guys have enjoying these new puzzles. They're quite challenging. I mean, this I Like a Challenge category is not selling itself short by any means. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks for joining me. I think I need a bit of a break after all that head scratcher. Whew, my head is spinning. But this has been Bobby G, guys, and as always, thanks for watching.